Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a love reading for Aquarius. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Pisces here. Some of you guys could also just be trying to figure out like who did something. Okay, that's not for all of you guys here, like some Houdini shit. Not really sure what's going on with that, but it's like a really, like you like this person, like the relationship is going great, but I feel like you just want to know like who did something, because I feel like you kind of get a vibe of like, all right, you're smart, but you're not that smart. Not being rude. Okay, it's like you obviously was talking to somebody, or somebody did help you with something, or you getting in a relationship with me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you low key right. You low key right. Like something's a little fishy here. I feel like it was a Taurus. Okay, it's a full moon in Taurus that's coming in. So it could have been a Taurus. It could have been an institution. The person was doing something while they was out on the street. At a job. Maybe their family, their grandma, their parent. Excuse me. So I felt like it was something was like, oh, hint hint, like, every so often they were like, yo, like, I'm dealing with Aquarius right now, like I don't really know what to do, and whatever they was telling them, it was like home runs, you know what I'm saying? And this person didn't really know, and I feel like the person didn't really know either, you know what I'm saying? So they were just doing whatever, and I feel like Aquarius, he was just like, well, this shit was like really hitting, like, like what's going on? And I think that's when you start to find out it's not a big deal, but for you it's a big deal, because I guess somebody's like really satisfying you, you know what I'm saying? And it's something different. So I don't know if that's like, a situation for you. So I don't know. But we're gonna use my major arcanas for my new deck. I've been working on them for like a long time. So um yeah. I keep getting something about a toothpaste, alright, but not about the toothpaste. I'm getting like, a cap. Like I guess somebody's like white and they're capping something. So maybe somebody's Caucasian, or maybe somebody would like to, I don't know, honey, but I feel like, this is a little like envy, like a little envy. Like somebody may make a comment towards you, like, and they maybe, I don't know if they like you or your person, or they just don't like that you have abundance, but I feel like somebody may make a smart comment or something like that, because I keep looking at the toothpaste. And I'm not looking at the toothpaste itself, because when I look at the words on the toothpaste, I'm just like, all right, it's irrelevant. But when I look at the cap, the white part and the cap, it's like, bitch, because they're like, oh, maybe they think that also like you're raising your child based off of like your child is not being raised by by traditional things like the book. You're kind of doing things intuitively, and they kind of in disbelief. They're like, that can't be possible, and it's like, bitch, it is possible. Like, you never heard of intuition? Like, don't tell me how to raise my child. You know what I'm saying? Or don't tell me how to like do my job, or do something, with my partner. It is very much possible. Your mama just didn't, open her legs right. You know what I'm just saying? You know what I'm saying? Or your mama just didn't, your mama just didn't take the time to learn. You know what I'm saying? Or your parents didn't take the time to learn, because maybe these person people were, maybe people around them, or maybe the way how they grew up or learned, just all jokes aside, like they were followers. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? They did not want to do their own thing. So now that you're going off and adventuring out and doing something, it's like, oh wow, like this is possible. And but I feel like the person who is being rude or being mean to your child or being rude to you, whatever the situation is, this is somebody who's envious. All right. So if y'all know me, y'all like, oh yeah, this is you. I don't know what you talking about, honey. I'm not gonna keep saying that shit though. I'm gonna just let people talk, all right? So, cause shit, bro, shit be real, honey. Anyways, so yeah, like, this person, instead of taking the time out to like, calm down and like, say, okay, you know what? Let me learn from Aquarius. So like, I'm gonna let Aquarius rock, but I'm a look when Aquarius says to look, when she reveals or when he reveals that they want to share their information about their relationship here, then you know what? I'll listen. But this person just wants to like stare all day, fucking every day, and with fucking roach antlers, you know what I'm saying? And just be like envy. You could tell envy. You ever seen that the deck of cards where the guy says envy? It's a green deck. I think it's called the heart chakra deck or something like that. And I think it's called something else. And he has envy, and he has like these like this steam coming out of his head or some shit like that. I think, right? So I see something like that. Maybe you got money. This person like green with envy. I don't know. Anyways, let's see what's going on. I'm gonna cut y'all deck like I did for Pisces. So yeah, you guys could be messing with a Pisces here. I feel like it's a sad story between you and this Pisces though. It's like always on my mind, always on my mind. You've been making me feel like I'm always on my mind. You know, it's by SZA if you guys want to know. But I used to listen to that song, or that song used to always come to me. I always used to feel that shit when I was in Queens, when I was in my situation, when I was used to be in a situation with that ex-boyfriend. And when she went on tour, she used that as the ending of her closing, you know, her closing of her tour. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, like, and I always used to feel like when I was over there, I was just like, okay, this is the ending, like this is a new chapter, like I'm never gonna have to do this again. You know what I'm saying? So that was nice. Okay, the Knight Penta, Knight Wands supposed to come out. Okay. All right, so I see a person's planning. They planning. They don't want to play mind games with you anymore, so that's nice. If this person was cheating on you with another person, I'm getting a Libra. That shit is dumb for. This person doesn't clean or they don't take showers like that, so or something wrong with their hygiene here, because it's something about their, you know, when you're around something dirty so much and it's so loud in the room, it's nobody talking in the room, but it's so loud, but then you get into a clean room, everything feels so calm, chill, you know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with that person, so that's what was going on with that. I'm not trying to be mean, like, it is what it is, because, you know, they be like, Libras is dusty, you know what I'm saying? They always partying, you know what I'm saying? So, or they're just always having a good time anyways. We got the Ten of Swords here, so this person actually wants to move things in the right direction in this relationship here. It's just that they're not moving that fast, though. They're still confused. If you had a situation with a Pisces, I feel like this person is still confused, like, what's going on with that, you know? You have the Ten of Cups here. They're not happy. I'm going to clarify the Chariot, though. Yeah, they still salty with the Six of Swords in reverse. They're so salty. They can't get over, like, what happened with the Libra, or if you did something with the, like, not to say, like, oh, they still thinking about the Libra, but they just can't get over, like, I guess whatever a Libra did to them here. Because I feel like the Libra, like, exposed their ass, or they really embarrassed their ass in, like, somebody that they were all, like being shady. And it's like, that's not embarrassing. Like, you really gonna do some shit like that? You know, like, in public, like, that ass. So I don't know, but they still salty about that person, but they also still salty about, like, whatever they're confused about. Maybe you had a situation with a Cancer too, and they're like, yeah, I can't get over that shit. Like, that's weird. Or some shit like that. If it was a Taurus or a Capricorn, they still can't get over this. Whoever you had a problem with, whatever the problem was, they can't get over it. They still confused. They're like, that makes me unhappy. Like, I can't move forward. I can't focus if that situation is not resolved. Why the Queen of Pentacles? And the Queen of Pentacles is right next to the Empress, so I don't know if you were, like, messing with this person, fucking with them, you know, like, saying, like, oh, I can't move on, this and that, third. I feel like your person's like, that's a you problem, like, low-key, because the Queen of Pentacles is right next to the Empress, and some real shit, like, the Empress is, like, the end-all, be-all, you know what I'm saying? Yo, this kid, Brian, we're gonna hold you, bro, sound like a fucking parrot. Like, that ass, bro. You know, I love kids and all. My kid will be on the way, but it's like, that ass, bro. With the Queen of Pentacles, she's very, the Queen of Pentacles, she's very, speaking of children, she's really good with children. You know what I'm saying? She is a businesswoman. She's an entrepreneur. She's basically like everybody who wants, like, people want to be like her. Like, who wouldn't want to be like her and, like, and fucking be grounded? Like, or if she says, oh, I want to go make a business, she's going to go out and make a business. She's not going to go pretend to be with a group of friends or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's going to actually do it. She's a great mom. You know what I'm saying? She has a lot of money. She has a savings account. And the Queen of Pentacles is very luxurious. So if you need something, a gadget, you probably should go to the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? We have the Six of Swords here. So it looks like the Queen of Pentacles was over it, but your person's not over it. They're like, yeah, that's what I said. It's like It's like a you problem, it's a their problem. You know what I'm saying? They just can't get over it. But the Queen of Pentacles got over it. The Earth sign got over it. It's like, hey, it is what it is. He even moved on from a Libra too. You have the Nine of Pentacles. So this person's working on themselves with the Nine of Pentacles, unless this person wants to be single. But I'm not getting that vibe from this person with you. They don't want to argue. They just kind of want to keep it chill with the Knight of Pentacles here. The Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords in this upright. This is somebody who works they're very vigilant. They're very quick. You know, they're very argumentative. You know, sometimes they can lie, but this person's like moving very chill, smooth, you know? When we have the Seven of Pentacles, they're taking their time. What is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? So I guess this is about like they don't know if they should invest in you. It is weird because I'm like, if this person did something to a Libra, they was cheating on you. I don't know why this person has like is in a power, or they feel like they have more power, like to be like, okay, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be with Aquarius. But if you would have found out whatever they did with a Libra, you would have been like, think we're done. Like, what you're not getting. I think that's what they're confused about too. That's maybe why the Seven of Cups is here, because they're considering their options. If you found out whatever, or you know, and you went through something, because something could have happened where like this person was dealing with like a Libra and you were dealing with a earth sign at the same time. So it's kind of hard. It's like you it was either so it's either it's either you focus on a Queen of Pentacles, or you focus on me like doing some sneaky shit with a Libra or an air sign, another air sign, Libra or Aquarius. I mean, Libra or Gemini. Okay? So that's what that situation's about. It was one and the other. But the one that was greater was the Queen of Pentacles, because she's right next to the Empress. You know what I'm saying? Or right next to somebody who probably was living with their moms or whatever. You feel me? Or a feminine energy or whatever. A caregiver, a taker. So I don't know, that's probably why this person's like, okay, so if Aquarius was to find out, I think that God was like trying to bless them or try to prevent a riot, you know, because they knew personally with their morals and values, they knew personally like they were not going to put up with a situation that you had with a earth sign. They're royalty. I'm not trying to be, you know, mean about, you know, but you're not royalty, you know, you're not the Empress, you know, so at least for right, you know, at the situation. Yeah, the Ten of Swords again. Well, the Ten of Swords here. You have the Three of Swords here. Yeah, this hurt their feelings. And I feel like this was also like, this is like also like, I think, I think this is also like, you know, like God trying to tell you, the universe trying to tell you like there were there was two things going on at the same time here. So this person could have been dealing with a Gemini too, so a Libra and a Gemini. You know what I'm saying? Or they were in a Gemini energy, and the next person, if they were dealing with a Gemini, if they were dealing with a Libra, the next one was going to be a Gemini here. But I feel like like God was like making them go local stops, you know. But the express stop was the Queen of Pentacles. They would hurt that. I don't know what your relationship is to this Queen of Pentacles or whatever, but they're hurt. They're sad. Maybe they like this person in that kind of way. I feel like this person has a wandering eye, but they're not. I feel like this person's like a trucker slash pirate or some shit like that, you know. You know, we have the Empress. I'm talking about the Empress a lot. We got the Empress here. They're sad that you and this Empress don't get along. They're sad that you and this Empress like did some shit. Maybe you guys cheated on each other with each other's partners or some shit like that. And they like, I don't want to go along. I don't want to go further with Empress. I mean, I don't want to go further with Aquarius here if this is a situation. Because I feel like, I'm not gonna lie here, if you guys read between the lines, I don't think this person will like this individual, and if they do, like the Empress has so much respect that it's like I don't go that way. So this person would actually like do the right thing and change themselves as far as like, you know, not having a wandering eye. Respect me. If you're in a room alone, you know, and you're dating my mom, or you're dating my sibling, or dating my friend, respect that we can have like this like boundaries, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm not your woman, this is your woman, she's a lovely woman, she's a lovely man. Because I don't know if I don't know if he or she had a mom like this, or they look up to moms like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is a bad boy or a bad girl, but I feel like there's some hope. There's something in them where they're like, I long for this. And the fact that the earth sign was like this, it's like you kind of broke this. That's why it broke this person's heart, you know? We have the sun card here, yeah. It made them extremely depressed. They're like, this is what you don't do to that empress. And the sun card is in reverse, that means, girl, you ain't getting saved. This is what you don't do. Okay? It's a major arcana, just like the empress. And this person's like, I can't walk away from this. I keep remembering this. I keep remembering the conversation, what you guys talked about. They keep replaying it over and over and over again, but their intuition's like, you gotta let it go. They're like, no, I don't want to do that. They don't want to move on from it with the Six of Swords in reverse, remember? We have the Aquarius card, the star card here. This is you guys' card. So I feel, the universe just wants you to know. And like I said, this is not, I don't feel like, I would feel like, I mean, for me, if my mans was like liking somebody, like if my mans were liking my mom like that, but like had the opportunity to like, you know, tell this person like that's not the way we would like to teach them, you know what I'm saying? Because deep down they do love you here. This is like somebody who like, it's different. Just think you should just be a little bit open-minded here, because it's different if somebody's like, okay, I'll be with you just so that way I could be close to this empress. No, this is somebody's like, I want to be in a family, in a relationship. This is why the Seven of Pentacles say I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in a family where the foundation is great, where it feels like we're in Venus, you know, where we're in Venus, where it feels like it's the planet of love, you know what I'm saying? It's not incest, intimate, or cheating. It's not nothing like that. I just want us to all be happy, and they understand boundaries, that white line. I don't know if you guys could like hear it in my voice or some shit like that. So it sounds like, you know, this person is understanding. They long for this type of like, you know, style relationship. I feel like their grandmother was like this, or they were like trying to be like this, or their grandparent was trying to be like this. And something happened. Maybe like the earth sign never came back, or maybe somebody never came back. All right. Let me get some cards for your person from my deck. Yeah, so this is being broadcasted here. A lot of people know about this information. A lot of people know about like what went down with you and this person. This was definitely not quiet. Yeah, but it definitely like relaxed a lot of people, like interestingly enough. You know, it definitely made people focus on their money here. It definitely gave a lot of people a confirmation about their situation and everything. Like it made them humbled. That's what it kind of feels like. It made them humble. Whatever this person was feeling, how you were in this situation, it humbled them. Yeah, I feel like something about Christmas. Christmas is coming. So when Christmas comes, like this is when a lot of people were, it's like Jesus. When Jesus was born, I think Jesus was born on Christmas or something like that. Was he? I'm not sure. That's so bad. Like Jesus' birthday, something about like a big event happened on, or a big event is gonna happen, or somebody's gonna remember a lot about something on Christmas. You know? Yeah, people were listening to what was not being said, and that's why they made them humble. And that's why I was basically explaining to you guys here. Like, I think this person's a bad boy, a bad girl, but then, like, they were longing, listening to what's not being said, right? They were longing for a certain style. This could be a Prince. Maybe somebody's name is Prince. Okay. And you need to know, like, Prince prevented a riot. Okay. The prevented a riot, and I think that's what needs to be remembered. Like, they prevented a riot, and that's period. So just remember that, because it doesn't matter with anything, it don't remember, it doesn't matter about anything else, you know, like, we need to worry about anything else. But did it went down? Did they fight? Did they do this? No. Okay, then. So everything's fine. It's like when you call the cops and you guys are arguing, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but did you guys get into a fight? Because we really don't care. We just, did you guys get into a physical fight? I'm like, what the fuck you here for then? Shit. We care about us putting our hands on each other. Oh, just go to a different room if you guys are arguing. Oh my fucking god. Trying to say we're that dumb. That's it. Let's get one more card. Yeah, I feel like, ooh, this is deep, because I'm thinking about, like, I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but my visions, this does come true. You know what I'm saying? In some way. So I'm thinking about, like, I say these specific things for a reason. I swear, I kid you not. That's why I'm so, like, so there was a situation with the ex-best friend and ex-boyfriend here. I do see, like, you know, I don't know if you guys are going to break up or stay together here, but because whatever the situation was, because remember I was like, oh, maybe the grandmother, this person's grandmother, it happened to them, but the person never came back with with the earth sign, the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm definitely getting a vision of, like, with the ex-best friend, because let's just say I accused her of doing certain things here, but I didn't accuse. I was a witness, and you know, she assumed she had Alzheimer's. You know what I'm saying? Not literally, but she had Alzheimer's. My cousin likes to say amnesia. You know what I'm saying? I say Alzheimer's because it's like you forget a lot of shit that you do, and it's like, you know, like, you know, you forget it, like he's touching you, you're poking your butt out, you know, you literally got on all fours and you're poking your butt out, like, bro, like, you remember a lot of shit, her and the ex-boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? So I do see a vision of, you know, eventually the ex-best friend going to a Christmas event. That's why the only reason why I mention this, because I see Christmas. She's there and she's at the grandmother's house and she's at a Christmas event. And she's walking in the home. Like, she gets off the living room couch and she's walking to the grandmother and walking up to the mom as well. The mom is in the kitchen, the grandmother's in the dining room. And she's walking as, like, you know, a sense of pride, a sense of, like, leadership, you know, and they're happy. And I just see that his grandmother, she's like, you know, that's not that girl's style. That's not that girl's style, not me. That's not the ex-best friend style, you know. When we saw it, it was originally my style, because that's how I used to walk, but the face that they had was anger. With them, it's happiness, you know. And the grandmother, I see her saying in her head or concluding, like, you know what, it had nothing to do with, you know, I don't think it's not about, like, him wanting to not be with her. He just wanted somebody that resembles his mother, because he has mommy's issues. He wanted his mom to accept him because she's the color of white, you know. And the grandmother, she assumes, you know, she just accepts the fact that it's the color of her skin. You know, that's what, because he's not strong enough to, like, mentally, and this is why it's like a Christmas gift, you know, it's a Christmas gift, you know. And she's back with her peoples now, you know what I'm saying. She was complaining that, you know, her boyfriend that she was living with at the time, you know, he didn't work and everything and stuff like that. So I'm like, listen, hey, that's the guy you want to be with. If you want to be with them, then okay. But if you want to complain and sit here and do all this extra stuff and not do anything, then yeah, you could do that. But I'm not going to give you an easy pass, bro. Like, you got to work for that shit, you know? But apparently, I guess she got what she wanted in my vision. So she got back with her peoples. But if it wasn't for me, you know what I'm saying, all the commotion, I don't think he would have, you know, ever paid her any mind. But, I mean, God works in mysterious ways. But it was the fact that like I said, the grandmother, she concluded that it was the color of her skin. He's not strong enough to like look past the color of her skin, because easily he's associating one plus one. If there's one item on a table and there's another item on a table, it can't just be one item or one situation, it's something else. So color of your skin, that associates him with his white mom, and that's it. So it's this kind of situation. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know if you guys are going to be together, I don't know what it is, but I do sense something like that. This person ends up being with somebody else, and it's like, it's that kind of dynamic. It has nothing to do with like even if you were to work it out with this earth sign here, it has nothing to do with you working it out. It simply has everything to do with, like, maybe you just made a mistake, or maybe you just didn't know who this person was, the importance of that, or but that sounds more complex. That doesn't sound like 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I'm saying? But you guys get it. So let me get one more card for you guys here, because I'm shuffling, and the shit's not coming out. And as I'm shuffling, I'm getting all these visions. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. So is it racist? Yes, that's racism. It's a very tiny mindset. It's a very small mindset, and it makes you wonder, like, if someone feels prideful over that, the person that's the copycat, then it makes you wonder, like, it makes you conclude what that pawn is. You know what I'm saying? They got to be exterminated now. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, like, some people just like leave them alone, but it's like you can't leave them alone, because sadly their wisdom, their knowledge will be spread it, and they will have kids, and their kids will have kids, and we cannot have that again, because that's how racism started it, right? So like like a light skin problem, like, oh, you're light skin, you could get in there. Or the brown paper bag movement, if you guys didn't know about that, they teach you that in high school, I think, or in college. It's crazy. If you weren't the color of the brown, if you wasn't the color of a paper brown, a paper bag, you was not getting access to anything, bro. Like, you was bitch, that's it. It's like what we do, institutional racism. Let me get a card for Aquarius for their person. Aquarius for their person. Card for Aquarius for their person. I'm just gonna cut that deck. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, listen, because we have my card of, like, I can have a lot of kids with you, and you'll still be there. So this could go two ways. This is why we have my card of, like, look like what's not being said. This could go two ways. It could be like two realities, right? Like Pisces, but this is more like physical, like more like Earth, right? So this is like, all right, we could have all these problems, we could have all these kids, but we could stay together. Or this person could be with somebody else. That's why we have the card of, like, what's not being said, what's being broadcasted. Are you just someone where it's just black and white? You know what I'm saying? And they could be living this reality with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And when this person eventually gets with this individual, that's probably why I was visioning that. When this person actually eventually gets with this person that they have all these kids with or they live with, it's like, makes you wonder what this relationship is really saying, This is some deep shit, like some. And then we have at the bottom of the deck my card of, like, it's just me and you, and we have a change of perspective. And this is very insightful. It's a very, like, why like sociology? Why do people hang out with this group? Why are people more successful in this group? You know what I'm saying? Like, when people get married, why when getting married you have a higher income? You know what I'm saying? It's like sociology, right? It's like the movement of people or some shit like that. And this one's like, oh, why are this person? Why do white people stay with white people? Why do black people get with, like, black people? And then why would they, go like, why would they go with a different nationality? You know what I'm saying? But this one's more like simple-minded, like they couldn't just tolerate it. You know what I'm saying? It's a mommy issue, and that's how racism. This is their answer to, like, how something started, like racism. For me, it's like racism. You know what I'm saying? Even though maybe racism didn't start the way how we know it today. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it started something like this, like as simple as, like, I can't, like, mommy and daddy issues. That's why I always stress, like, it's important to pay attention to your kid. It's important to pay attention to your kid. It's important to, like, teach your kid, like, love your kid, and make sure they have a good health, or they have a good household, and you know, like I said, we say welfare. I be like, bro, welfare is something different. I'm saying, what about what all that shit? I can never get over that shit, bro. But like, you know, it's just that when you don't have like good resources here, it's gonna affect your child. So I kind of feel like it's like, it's not kind of, but they teach you this in college. I remember, you know, it's you're what's that word? What's the phrase? You're bound to you're bound to fail. It's something. Logic said it too. Like you come out the vagina, you came out the womb, and they're like, you're gonna fail. Redlining, you know, that's the thing. People go to, like, bro, I would never. I'm gonna tell you something. I went to my hometown to go get something financial papers done. You know, get access to something financially, and it's crazy because I went to a high income neighborhood, and they deny me in my area, right? But it's also because of a racial thing too, a nationality thing too. You know what I'm saying? Put a two and two together. You know what I'm saying? And I went to the high income neighborhood, and I think because they knew me, you know what I'm saying, I don't, because I was with, you know what I'm saying, repping, they actually have full access to it. He was actually very surprised. I have full access to documents and all the resources and everything. And I was like, this is very interesting. And I was like, just because I hung out with this person who was from a white family, or, you know, just they just gave me the day of time, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is very interesting. And you know what? I felt very happy because I didn't have that burden, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm like, I need to cherish this as a gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a blessing, and teach this and not be, you know, arrogant and be like racist, you know? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You're not getting anywhere, because I could go right back to the back of the line, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is a lesson in love for you guys, where it's literally nothing that you could do. This person just can't tolerate that level of pressure or that insight, and they just went with something that's just black and white. You are white, you remind me of my white mom, just for example, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with somebody who's white, so that way it's nice for my conscious state, you know what I'm saying? So when people be like, oh, I like black girls, and oh, I watch porn, and this and that and third, da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, I heard it before. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some people do mean it, but it's just like those kind of phrases is like, you gotta, like, what is not being said. You know, you gotta think about like what it means when you say certain things, like food for thought, like something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Why we gotta say something to think about? Obviously, the person's not that educated, meaning educated. I know how to properly say it. They're obviously not educated. They didn't obviously think critically enough. You know what I'm saying? Think hard enough, basically, in depth enough. Okay, so don't worry. But for some of you guys, you will be staying with this person. It's just like, and then let me explain the other part too. Like, if this person is with you, and this person has all these kids with you and everything, then that just means that this person was strong enough. They understood. Okay, they understood. They did not simplify. They understood what the situation was, and they still proceeded. You know, they understand both sides of the story. That they built wisdom. You know what I'm saying? There's two different scenarios. They're very similar, but they're two different meanings. The other one is a sense of, like, you know, a psychological problem, and the other one is like a wisdom problem, like a battle, you know? It's kind of like, they're both psychological, but it's two different categories, though. You know what I'm saying?